Out here in Vienna, Austria, weather's a bit dreary, but it is winter time. We're at the Almanac Hotel, the Almanac Palais Vienna. I've already been to Vienna a few times before this, so luckily, the first time I came, it was during the spring and it was just sunny and very nice. Definitely recommend, coming to Vienna when there's much better weather. It's a very nice city, and I'll definitely cover a couple more Vienna hotels on the channel soon. We're in the lobby area. Interestingly designed hotel. It has some of that, palace feeling, architecture, but it has modernist art. You can't tell. Even over here. Over here you have the bar, restaurant. I had dinner here, or it's really past this to the left. And here is what that bar area looks like. Over here, there's some more art. Back in the atrium. Reception is just over there. But over here is the lifts. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this. The Gasta lift to go to the rooms. We're going to head off to my room. I'm on the 6th floor. Spacious elevator, I'll be honest. You can see, very spacious. So that's nice. Now, I'll be honest, the first time I walked through these hallways, I was kind of blinded by the light. It's just kind of weird. It's just this orange light that just goes across and it just keeps going. This room is really far down, but it's actually here. All right, enter into another room. Here's my room. Welcome to the Almanac Palais Vienna Hotel here in, Vienna, Austria. Got upgraded to a suite by booking through Amex Fine Hotels and Resorts. So we got the living space here, got a TV, countertop, mini bars down here. Coffee and tea's complimentary. Obviously the other stuff is not. Like a wine cooler, it looks like. And then just a standard mini bar. Fridge. Over here we have kind of a welcome gift. There's little treats. It's a nice letter from the staff. Black tea back there. Then they're talking about great Viennese water, which is really clean and some of the best on the planet. So they provide you a nice bottle full of it. A little bit of the view. According to the staff, this is a great view. Because the building's nice. They said it's at least better than other rooms in this hotel. There's a nice little couch here and then just another kind of end table here. By the entrance, as we walk forward, we enter the bedroom. It has its own TV, nice king-size bed, small end table here and on the other side as well. Same great view. Over here we have closet. Wow, that's very red. And normal hangers, non-branded wash hangers, hangers for your pants. Standard but basic. There are 3 of these, so let's see what's in the other 2. Oh, there's a robe and slippers, and then looks like just some drawers. Oh, your safe, and then empty drawers. Yep. Or if you're a road warrior or hotel hopper like me, hopping countries as well, you're not unpacking your suitcase. That is your drawer. Oh, and then another closet. This one just has the laundry bags. Interesting, same hanger type and same bright, or not, maybe not bright, it's actually dark red, but it's the light reflecting. And then we have the bathroom, which is probably the most impressive part of the room. At least the color palette's all right. It isn't depressing or anything. Just nice, your browns and light color tones. And of course, the bathroom itself is painted in golden, or goldish finish. Some nice marble countertops. To the left, we have your bathtub and shower. Got a waterfall right there. And manual hose. It's good to, always good to see. Well, that feels really coarse. It's got quite a grip, so that's nice actually, so it won't slip. Kudos on that. Damana amenities. Haven't heard of that one. And then the controls are over here actually. So kind of far away from, you'd think they'd be over here, but they're not. And then watch your step down and up. To the right we have the actual toilet area. It's just right here. It's also really tall. See, like quite up there. And then a glazed view. Overall, it's a decently sized room. I mean, this is Europe, continental Europe, so room can be pretty small. I mean, obviously it's much larger than what you get in your standard room or like in London. This is a suite, like it's just a general suite, but the ceiling is really high in each of these rooms, I will say. It's quite nice. So it does feel very spacious and the windows are huge. Pretty interesting. So we'll see how the rest of the stay goes and how the rest of the hotel is. So they have their own little exhibition here. They're just in the hotel, straight from the lobby. Again, it's definitely modernist art, so that's not your thing. It's not really my thing, honestly. Some of it can be okay. Well, then this won't be your thing, but if it is, then cool. And then you might like this hotel even more. It definitely is a very unique feeling. You know, I've stayed at the Park Hyatt here. I've stayed at the Hotel Imperial, which is very, you know, royal palace feeling, traditional kind of Habsburg architecture and aesthetics. And then over here, another entrance down there to the cafe restaurant. And then you can also access the gym, which is also accessible on the 7th floor via an elevator, but you can just go south here. Go and take a look. Spa is closed at this time, but we can still take a look at the gym. The gym is to the right, the pool is to the left. We'll take a look at the pool in just a moment as we're heading back. Well, luckily it's empty right now, so I can take some good shots. All right, looks like they have a really good gym, honestly. A lat pull down. Yeah, I mean this, oh yeah, there's that. It's accessible, I love those types of machines. But they also have the same thing here, so it's the way I like to use it. And then got some cardio machines. Just a treadmill, elliptical, the bike, and rower machine. Overall, honestly, really good. Just to have the lat pull down machine, the adjustable machine here for various different exercises. Got the rope for your tricep, right? Cable cross, and then just being able to do that also just with the machine. This is honestly pretty good, especially for a small little boutique hotel. It is a labyrinth. This is really good. Big thumb up here for this, if you're a gym goer. The pool is over here to the right. It's like your steam sauna is just over there. And of course you have the main pool out here. It's actually quite large, I'll be honest. Like it's larger than the Park Hyatt Vienna. It feels like the Park Hyatt Vienna in the sense that you're underground. It's pretty humid in here. It feels warmer, but the water, I touched it earlier, it's cool. So that's the type of pool you have here. And then there's only 6 benches here, but given this hotel, it kind of being more under the radar, I'll be honest, compared to other hotels in the area. I'd say it's more on the boutique side. It has a very unique architecture, design, and layout. It probably isn't as crowded as general, but I'm also in non-peak season, so maybe your mileage will still vary during peak season where people are just trying to stay in nice hotels, and so this one will maybe get booked up as well, like all the other ones, when Vienna is not so dreary. So that's my stay here at the Almanac Palais Vienna. This hotel is definitely very different from others I've stayed at. I've stayed at the Park Hyatt here in Vienna. I've stayed at the Hotel Imperial. I've stayed at the Hyatt Andaz Belvedere. Editing Cesare here. Sadly, the Hyatt Andaz Vienna Belvedere is no more. Rest in peace. Though this was not the case at the time of filming, it has been now downgraded to the Hyatt Regency Vienna. So that is the property I am referencing as I stayed there in 2025. As well, which is right next to the train station, very convenient, and has a very nice sky bar. This hotel is very different from the other ones I've stayed at. It has a very different aesthetic. I think it has aspects of traditional luxury. You can see within the room. It's got decent color palette with your beiges, gold accents, of course, and dark brown wood trimmings. It's not like a W, but it has definitely a modernist vibe to it. As you can see in the lobby, it's a mixture between that Habsburg and European architecture, royal architecture, but it also has the modernist art interspersed within the hotel itself, and has a certain aesthetic in the lighting, which is this orange and gold. The hallways are very weird and interesting. They're very tight and narrow. Obviously, we're in continental Europe, which it varies. It's not like London, where for sure space is always a premium, but space isn't necessarily as open or as much as it is in, say, the US. And so it kind of comes with the territory that you could expect with some European hotels. I definitely would put this more into the boutique category. It definitely does not have a mass appeal. It definitely fits a 5-star, has good service. Good food at the restaurant, actually really good. It had great schnitzel, even the steak was good, and breakfast was excellent as well. It's a la carte, not a buffet. It looks like you can just order as much as you want or that you can eat. So good luck, but it's good high quality a la carte. So that is actually high quality there. The gym was actually surprisingly really good for such a boutique establishment, and the pool seemed actually quite large. It's certainly larger than the Park Hyatt, but the Park Hyatt, is constrained by what the building was, but it has a unique story to the bank vault pool. So would I recommend this hotel? I think if you want to try something different, you've stayed at the Ritz, you've stayed at the Hotel Imperial, you've stayed at Park Hyatt, you've stayed at all these other places. And if you like kind of the gold accent trimmings and everything, or you like modernist art and you kind of want something, mixed in with that kind of Viennese palatial architecture, then this is a good fit. It's in a good location. I know it's very dreary right now, so I didn't really do as much exploring as I would typically do, but it's right across, I think it's like a block or two from the Ritz-Carlton, and then a block or two even more from the Hotel Imperial. So this is a good area. I was here because it was a good deal through Amex Fine Hotels and Resorts, so that was kind of influenced it. So if you find it on a good deal or so on, you want to stay in a 5-star in a pretty good location, I don't think you can go wrong with this. Fits the bar fine. I think it earns a Bon Vivant Gold rating. And then the last thing is that just prepared, which is kind of a negative, is that this hotel is a bit of a labyrinth. It becomes very apparent trying to get to the gym, get to the spa. It seems like it's easier from the atrium, but even then, go right and you get this art exhibition, and you go a little bit further, you can loop back to the hotel restaurant, and there's a cafe, and sometimes the doors are locked on that other side from the cafe to the restaurant, and it's a bit all over. So that is a negative, but I think once you get your mind around it, I think if it's your vibe and aesthetic, go for it. If it's not, but wouldn't be against it, I think if there's a good deal like I got through Amex, go for it. That's pretty much my stay here at Almanac. I'll recommend it with some caveats. Thanks for watching. I definitely didn't know what I was walking into when I booked this hotel, but it was definitely interesting. I hope you enjoyed, and be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.